we talk Liverpool?
Yeah,
Liverpool.
Let's
Lots
talk
going on
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Obviously, they've signed Soboslai. There was this weird thing, by the way. No one could pronounce the name. I'm probably saying it wrong. I think I'm saying it correct.
I think you're doing well.
Soboslai.
I saw a clip on social media that was the Liverpool official clip, and they kindly asked him to say his name.
That's what they said.
And do you know what I did? I wrote it down the way that the player himself, said it. And I've concluded that you basically just drop the Zs.
That's it.
In the pronunciation, you basically drop the Zs.
That's it. 100%. Crookie was on the other day and he said "show us slow." I was like, "Mate, it's not that."
Really? Yeah. I think in a really basic way, drop the Zs and you're close to being home and dry. So
Dominic Soboslai has been signed. McAllister's been signed as well. Liverpool still linking, and we're hearing actually have sent in a bid for Lavia. Obviously, currently at Southampton. Kone, Thuram, loads being linked. I think Liverpool are going to get at least one more through the door before the season starts. What do you make of Liverpool? Spending a bit of cash as my team here. I mean, Soboslai and McAllister, that we're led to believe the fee for McAllister, Liverpool gone over 100 million now.
Well, if you look in the last 18 months, Liverpool have spent $250 million. In the last 18 months, Liverpool have spent £250 million. You know, they've recouped 62 million.
Yeah,
but
not that much, is it? Nico Williams, Sadio Mane, wouldn't be that much.
I mean, who else has left? The Milner's left,
all
obviously. Naby
freeze.
Keita's left.
All freeze. Ox, Firmino, all freeze. Liverpool, my team, have a massive problem, I think. I mean, I know we sold Coutinho for big money, but I think we've got a massive problem in terms of making money from sales. It's just not good. Little ones, like Minamino will go and make money. Origi for a couple of quid. But in terms of the spend... Like we're not bringing anything in. Yeah, we're not bringing anything in at all.
20 million. You got 20 million for Nico Williams last summer. That's quite good business.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, you know the cries of being able to, or not being able to compete because of finances. I feel like it rings fairly hollow at the moment for Liverpool.
Stop it. You said 18 months, which is free transfer windows. Yeah.
Well, in 18 months,
Villa done that in 2 windows. So, I mean, what are we doing here? We're not, what? We're shopping at a different shop. 250 million over 3 windows is nothing for a club the size of Liverpool. Really? Come on, Ray,
I'm just thinking, I'm trying to...
What's that a window?
Off the top of my head,
what's that a window? 80 million a window? 80 million a window for Liverpool?
Hang on, 18 months...
So you're talking...
I'm trying to just quickly work out how much Manchester City will have spent in the last 18 months.
Oh, mate.
What?
You think it's
is
small?
It? No, I don't know if it's as heavy as you think it is.
No?
$250 million Liverpool spent, which is an awful... $250 million.
Yeah, 250. Yeah.
250 million pounds.
Can someone get that, please? Can someone find out what Man City have spent in 3 windows?
In the last 18 months. In the last 18 months.
Obviously, we know Jack's 100.
But
Jack's 100.
Yeah. That's 150. That's 100, but that's only comparable to, say... you think Darwin Núñez...
Yeah.
Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz have all arrived. Yeah. I think the focus from Jurgen Klopp should actually be on elevating their performances to the level that is required, rather than spending more.
No, and it will. That's now the forward line. He's had to replace. He's completely changed the famed front three, hasn't he? So he's now got a new batch up front. The issue was midfield. We've done that, and defensively, I don't think there's going to be any changes.
And what else has happened? So Fabio Carvalho's gone out on loan.
Fabio Carvalho's gone out on loan to RB Leipzig. Ramsey's gone out on loan as well. Too many injuries. Hasn't worked out.
So it's a very new-looking team. Very new shape to this team.
It's going to be very interesting to see how the midfield lines up. Someone, honestly, please get them figures for me, Man City.
Do you know what has to happen?
I think
for Liverpool to compete, for Liverpool to maybe go for the jugular of Manchester City, to actually compete and create at least the illusion of a title race, Liverpool are going to have to do what they have done previously but not recently, and that is where Jurgen Klopp's brilliance makes a difference.
Go on.
So Jurgen Klopp is going to, in the past he has managed to elevate players who seemed at times fairly average and create the best player in the world. So at various points all across the pitch they created the best player in the world.
Robertson is a good example. Bought him for real cheap.
£7 million from Hull, and he became arguably the best left-back in the world for a period.
Agreed.
And that happened all across the pitch. Jordan Henderson became arguably the best captain in the world. Yeah. We have Virgil van Dijk, the best defender. Mohamed Salah, one of the best attackers. That certainly didn't happen last year. Nobody in the Liverpool side looked like the best in their position in the world.
The only one that I would argue and say was, just my own opinion, I could be wrong, got my Liverpool hat on, is Alisson.
Yeah, Alisson.
It was the only one. Everyone else, I agreed, was below par.
So what's going to have to happen is Jurgen Klopp is going to have to do it again. He is going to have to elevate certain players' performances and his own performance to make Liverpool compete. He's going to have to Darwin Núñez is going to have to become one of the most potent attackers in the league.
I don't think Darwin Núñez starts for Liverpool.
He can't not start, though. He's one of your most expensive players.
It doesn't matter.
65 million
doesn't
euros.
Matter. It doesn't matter. You know it doesn't matter. Like, you know very well as I do that Mudryk probably ain't going to start for Liverpool.
It's totally different. You can't compare Liverpool with the basket case. No, but Chelsea's errors in the transfer market shouldn't be used as your...
I know for a fact, not that I've got an inside scoop, I don't. I think it's going to be Luis Diaz, Gakpo, Salah. I think that's the starting three.
Right, and I suppose there will be enough football to be played all season round for everybody to get an opportunity. Okay, let's use Luis Diaz as the example then. Luis Diaz is going to have to become one of the most potent attackers in the world. For Liverpool to genuinely compete, and by compete I mean challenge for the league, Luis Diaz is going to have a season comparable to the season that Sadio Mane had when Liverpool got to a Champions League final.
Very capable of doing it.
Luis Diaz?
Very capable of doing it. Before his injury, I thought he was absolutely frightening. Then he got injured, and we'll see what happens. I think Luis Diaz is a player. But I also don't think that we've got Sadio Mane. I almost feel like it's a case of the goals will be shared between those three, and the three I mean is Jota, Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, as opposed to one getting Sadio Mane figures of 25 to 30. I just don't think it's going to be the case.
I think that's fair.
But we've got a lot of strength in depth up front now, and now with these signings, McAllister and Szoboszlai, and I think there'll be one more, we've got a lot of strength in depth in midfield as well now. Different types of players as well in midfield. The thing I like about Szoboszlai coming in, and I really hope I'm getting his name correct, he's a goal-scoring midfielder. You tell me the last time Liverpool had a goal-scoring midfielder.
Yeah, I agree. This is interesting.
Been absolutely ages.
Compared to Rui Costa is what I was told.
Is that what you've been told?
Think Rui Costa. If you're not entirely sure what Szoboszlai does, think Rui Costa.
Yeah. Ooh,
which is a glorious prospect. Yeah.
I went onto YouTube straight away and I was excited. I was like, okay, only 22 years of age, Hungarian captain already. And then I went back and watched that game when they beat England 4-0.
Oh, yeah.
And he scored the goal from Pickford, penalty. Bit of a player.
Really?
Bit of a player, honestly.
But it's about time that this midfield was reimagined, wasn't it? Because prior to this, when was the last time Liverpool signed a new midfielder?
Well, no, we've had midfielders, but unfortunately, Thiago been injured.
I noticed that Thiago Alcantara took the Liverpool out of his bio. Did you notice that today? I don't know if I'm reading into too much here, but apparently
everyone's nodding.
Everyone's nodding. What, do you think I was lying to you? Do you think you didn't take my word for it? I'm wounded. I'm wounded at your lack of belief in the words I'm saying.
On Instagram or Twitter?
Across social media, I believe. Across social media, Liverpool has been removed from Thiago Alcantara's bio.
Is that why he was trending?
I believe so. So if he were to leave...
Maybe it's time to move on.
That turned quickly, didn't it? You've gone from being wounded and shocked to suddenly thinking it's a correct move.
I think me and you have discussed this so much about these type of players, and I think it always stems from a conversation we have about Ledley King, where I say Ledley King's the best, and you say, well, he's not because he never played. Thiago, as much as I can wax lyrical about Thiago, doesn't play enough. Give me a Gini Wijnaldum that's a 7 out of 10 that plays you 50 games a season, guaranteed, over a Thiago, could be an 8 or 9, who literally plays 3, then misses 7. Yeah. So if it is a case of he goes, then so be it. Let's just make some money off him.
The problem is, though, it makes your midfield, so it could potentially make your midfield entirely new going into a new season. No, I think the lack of continuity there is troubling.
No, but you still got Jordan Henderson, you still got Fabinho. I think those will still be the guys that will play massive points. Curtis Jones will be there as well.
But your starting midfield would potentially be 3 new players.
Yeah, starting midfield. No, it won't be. It will definitely be Szoboszlai, it will be McAllister, and it will definitely be Fabinho.
Right.
Fabinho will definitely 100%. Hear it from me, Mr. Liverpool. He will
Hang on a minute. Earlier on, you were talking to me about Trent Alexander-Arnold being the best midfielder at the club.
One second. When we're on the offensive, don't try it. He comes in to make a 4. You know he does this if you watch Liverpool last season.
No.
He comes in to make a 4.
You told me he was starting as a midfielder. You told me Trent Alexander-Arnold was starting as a midfielder.
We've got to go to Lisa O'Sullivan because we need a Wimbledon update. Lisa.
They've just suspended.